Neck pain can be, well, a pain in the neck. This video is going to go through a full treatment plan on how to deal with general neck pain. Welcome to the Neck Fixx Pro YouTube channel, where we give you the tools to fix your neck for a healthier future. We're going to start off by going through using our Neck Fixx Pro to try and loosen up those muscles, get them moving, get a little blood flow, and try and get everything to just relax. This will help out a lot with those nerves as well, to take a little bit of pressure. So we're gonna go hands into our end loops, and then we're gonna take these little nubs that are right here on our Neck Fixx Pro. Those are gonna go centered into the spine, so kind of right on each side. And all we're gonna do is we're just gonna work a little side to side. I'm starting kind of a little bit lower down, kind of at the base of the neck, and just kind of working a little bit side to side, a little up and down. Not a whole lot of pressure, just enough to where I kind of feel that tension, feel that pressure going into the muscles, but not really beating them up too much. And then if I find a spot, I can kind of sit on it, kind of work side to side, just go through that little soft tissue massage, move it up just a little bit. And as we go, just gonna work, I like either working from the top down or from the bottom up. It kind of depends on where your pain is. If you have pain really close down to the base of the neck, I'll typically start a little bit higher and then work your way down kind of into where it's a little bit more sore. Pain's typically a little bit higher. You have some of those like tension headaches, things like that. I'll typically start down at the base of the spine and then start to work my way up. Nice and easy, same thing, kind of side to side, just using those little fine-tuned movements just to try and get that release of the tissue, get that release of the muscle overall. Again, just nice and soft. I'm not trying to dig in really, really hard, not being really aggressive, just because I'm trying to get everything to relax. If you want to a little bit later, you can dig in a little bit more, or if you really do find a spot that, you know, feels like it needs a little bit more attention, you can kind of sit on it, do little head movements, do little arm movements. All of those are going to be really good ways to just get things moving, get things opened up, get things to relax, to help take some of that pressure and that pain away. Once we've gone through that soft tissue, gone through getting those muscles to loosen up, we're going to start working on the joints. So we're gonna, same thing, we're gonna use our Neck Fixx Pro. We are gonna go into all of those little joint muscles. So I'm gonna provide a little bit of tension, okay? And then, so if my right side's a little bit stiff, I'm just gonna add little pull across, just to try and help to open up those little joints and get those joints to move a little bit better. You can vary kind of that angle of pull if you wanna go a little bit up, you want to go a little bit down. You're just kind of finding where that area is a little bit tight, a little bit sticky, to the point where you feel that tension. If that tension straight across, a little bit down, a little bit up, all of those are going to be good. The nice part is that you can adjust the tension and adjust that band. You can also go left side, try and feel just those differing angles, those different pulls. If you feel one spot that's just nice and tender, you know, just kind of sit there, just kind of do little mobilizations, just try and get those joints to open up to really allow everything to move properly. A lot of times you can see, you know, if you have limited rotation to one side, feels like it's tight on the right side, you can also do kind of these little counter rotation movements where you're adding a little bit of a pull into the band, but you're kind of rotating towards that side. That's going to be a really good way to kind of pressure and add some tension into those little joints again, to just kind of mobilize them, just get them moving a little bit better. Anytime that those joints are moving better, you're going to improve motion. Improve motion and normalizing that stress throughout all of those different levels of the spine is really going to help a lot with taking away a lot of that pain and that tension that you're having in the neck. So really try and get those joints to loosen up. A lot of times we'll go after the muscles and just kind of do that massage, and then we'll kind of let it go. But if you miss that joint, if that joint's never addressed and really loosened up, you're gonna continue to have those muscles tighten down on you and just provide that tension and that pain. You can also do just kind of a general mobilization into extension. This is just gonna add that little bit of a pull. Again, just kind of with looking up. So just pressing the arms out. As I press the arms out, they're kind of going up, following the eyes, kind of following where I'm looking, and just kind of nice, easy up and down. Again, not a whole lot of pressure, just trying to get into those joints and get a little bit of movement, just trying to really take down the level of pain to get everything to relax so that we feel better. If we do find, you know, that one thing is working better, we can always adapt and adjust our treatment to where we're focused a little bit more on the joint or a little bit more on the muscles. A lot of times that's going to be driven by movement. If you notice that some movement is limited, whether that's looking up, looking to the right, looking to the left, all of those, we can start to adjust and adapt what we do. If looking to the right's the issue, then let's do some mobilizations to where we're trying to get that neck loosened up. But also adjust and adapt where the band is. The nice part about our Neck Fixx Pro is that we have these little nubs. Those fit right on the side of the spine. So you can actually get into those isolated levels to really loosen everything up and get everything moving the way that we need to in a very skilled, specific way. Next part that we're gonna go through is gonna be just using little hook. This is gonna be another really good tool, especially for going down into kind of that, you know, spine, thoracic, upper back area to get things to loosen up. But a lot of times you'll have neck pain that'll come from the top and it'll really radiate down into kind of that shoulder blade area. A lot of times that pain in the shoulder blade is going to be coming from the neck. It's where that pain is referred from the neck, but it goes down into the actual back itself. It's a very common spot for pain that's coming from the neck. So starting off, just nice and easy, just kind of going through all of those little spots, those little areas, just kind of going little side to side, where I'm just kind of moving the little point there, kind of into those muscles, getting a little soft tissue release. I'm just trying to kind of, again, go with some blood flow, get things moving a little bit better, get things to the point where we can get a little bit less pain coming through there. It's been a couple minutes, just nice and easy going through. A lot of times you'll try and just kind of go up and down. It's very hard to be specific with that, just with the contours of the spine and the ribs and everything there. So that's why I really like adding that pressure where I'm kind of pushing away and then more adding these little rotations as opposed to really trying to do these big massage movements with the cane. If you really want to, you can kind of go and you can apply pressure into the spine and then you can put the top of this on the shoulder and then you're just going to add a little bit of wedging where you're kind of coming up. It's a little bit easier way to control it as opposed to just trying to pull it up. And then a lot of times you'll get to the end and it'll kind of slip off, it'll be a little uncomfortable, be a little awkward. So a lot of times we can go with a little bit more control, a little fine tuning of all these movements. It's going to be more efficient, it's going to be more effective, and you're going to feel a lot better while you're doing it. Next part, just a little pull into, so we're just adding tension kind of into those ribs. So we're just going to try and get right close to the spine, and then we're just adding pressure. So all I'm doing is I'm just kind of adding just that push away from here. So it's not a big movement, but it's just enough to where we're really trying to get that pressure and kind of mobilize those ribs a little bit. You can also add a little bit of movement into it if you want to go up, where you're kind of adding that movement driving similar to what we did with our band and our Neck Fixx Pro. I really like to add in movement to most of the movements that I can. It really provides a lot more efficiency and is more effective as our body is moving, we can move better. Hope you found this video useful in dealing with neck pain and really getting you back to doing all of those things that you enjoy doing, even if that is just adding a little bit more sleep so you have a little bit more energy during the day. These are going to be really good techniques to help decrease and get rid of that pain with some of the techniques that we went through in the video. If you're enjoying the video, make sure you like and subscribe so that we can keep bringing you great videos to help you fix your neck.